A V-shaped 8-cylinder may seem simple in design, but there are examples proving that it isn't. Not only you do have twice as many cylinders as a usual automotive engine, but the basic concept also requires a lot more brainstorming in order to engineer a sturdy and reliable unit. Porsche M48 4.5. A used Cayenne is now a cheap luxury SUV that still requires a premium price for all the maintenance costs, especially around the engine. The 4.5-liter M48 engine in the first-gen S model is actually the worst engine to pick, with its Locasil cylinder liners that tend to get scored, especially without oil squirters, which the turbo does have. Other popular issues are plastic cooling pipes running inside the V that cannot withstand heat, break, and you better pray that they do not flood a starter motor underneath. Make sure the engine never overheats and never runs hard when cold. It is very sensitive on both poles. BMW N63. Not just the most unreliable V8, but perhaps the worst BMW engine when it comes to reliability and maintenance. The N63 has got many headlines on forums with its boiling hot V-angle with the twin turbochargers inside and not properly cooled. The after shutdown cooling is not enough to cool the engine bay, not even not to drain the battery dead. Direct injection makes ominous concerns, as well as broken timing sets, leaking valve stem seals, or excessive oil consumption even under 100,000 miles. Before the technical update, it suffered from all kinds of expensive issues. Oldsmobile LF9 V8. Oldsmobile's diesel V8 was like a dream during the oil crisis. A V8 that could run much more efficiently than its gasoline competitors. Although its gasoline block was beefed up, the head bolts were not updated and not nearly as many as required per cylinder, causing lots of blown gaskets. The compression ratio was nearly triple of the gasoline engine, and a missing water separator in the diesel system also caused a lot of problems inside the injection and the engine itself. There are things which you don't want to cut costs on. Stag V8. Triumph intended to show what they can develop, and sadly for them, it is one of the worst V8 designs ever. This engine had a water pump inside the V, geared from the engine, and so high that unless the car was inclined, the cooling system was never sufficiently full, since the filling cap was lower than the pump. Any water leak meant that the first thing to go dry was the pump, overheating the engine and making it all even worse. Besides, one row of the head bolts was 20 degrees tilted compared to the other row, promoting even more reasons to warp heads. A long single-row timing chain lacked to stretch and offset timing, and widened bores at the last moment meant that the water passages shrunk from the original design, giving it another reason to overheat. Jaguar LR4 5-liter. Apart from a nice design and great engine noise, the supercharged 5-liter wrinkles up many owners' faces with its troubleful design. A general piece of advice is not to buy a used Land Rover, especially the cheapest ones on the market. But if you do, expect issues around timing guides and chains, very leaky injectors with a ridiculous price tag per each, water pumps, or possibly a supercharger replacement. Ford Flathead. Flatheads are beloved amongst the car community, but despite their simplicity, they were not as trouble-free as one would expect. The first model years suffered from bad floating rod bearings, piston wear, and excessive oil consumption. They were all addressed, and even a series of various dipsticks were made to make sure people rather overfill rather than let them starve. The major issue with the Flathead, not only due to its exhaust head design, is building up a lot of heat inside, with a water pump mounted up high on the heads, sucking hot water out. Sometimes hot air. The pump location was never changed and some blocks cracked, although they added a second water cooling pump later on. BMW N62. Some people would not buy an N-series V8 no matter what, since they are crazy expensive to fix, and you need to fix them often. The N62 features a variable intake, Valvetronic variable valve lift, and other high-tech features, but is mostly known for various issues. Amongst them are leaky valve stem seals, breaking timing chain guides, leaking crossover cooling pipes, buried under the intake system requiring an advanced hand to replace. There are various kinds of leaks possible to occur, and the N62 is far from any easy DIY work. Volkswagen W8. The glorious W8 is an engine that many love and own with a peaceful mind. It is not as faulty. However, cam tensioners are a common issue on these, although normally in other engines last a lifetime and require a costly repair here. There are some troubles with fuel gauge senders, electrically operated thermostats that are buried under the intake manifold, and abnormal oil consumption as well. A lot of the troubles with maintaining the W8 comes down to its incredible complexity.